Just a quick reminder guys, these narrations are best enjoyed with headphones on. Well guys, we've been waiting 12 years for this moment. Most of the time, we never thought this would never come. Today, arguably the best Halo game of the franchise has at last come to PC. Is this game worth the wait? Or is this going to be another bad port? Ladies and gentlemen, let's finish the fight! After the stellar success that was Halo 2 for the original Xbox, the team at Bungie continued support for the online element, releasing additional map packs for the game on a disc. However, during Microsoft's E3 2006 press conference, Bungie dropped the bombshell. Bungie officially announced that Halo 3 was in active development. For the first time in gaming history, access to a pre-release game was bundled with another game. One of the biggest factors of real-time worlds is GTA-esque sandbox games' crackdown success was the fact that invitations to Halo 3's 2-week-long multiplayer beta test, which started on the 11th of May 2007. After the beta has ended, players went back to playing Halo 2 from the original Xbox. By the way guys, the game was compatible and playable on their 360 consoles at the time, until the regular game released on September 21st, 2007. For the PC gaming community was even longer wait. The PC port of Halo Combat Evolved was released by Gearbox Software on November 15, 2002. Halo 2 was released as a launch title for the highly criticized Microsoft operating system Windows Vista. The PC community screamed for over a decade for a PC port of Halo 3. As I said in the introduction of this review, the unified plea for every PC gamer has been answered today. The game is the conclusion of the epic trilogy of games that the original Xbox and Xbox 360 was famous for. The Covenant is down to their last prophet, the Prophet of Truth. The United Nations Space Command, or UNSC, is still fighting off the Covenant invasion of Earth. The Covenant are still planning to fire Halo, a network of super weapons built by the Forerunners capable of destruction on a galactic scale, in an attempt to starve out a race of parasitic lifeforms commonly known as the Flood. It was up to you and the last alliance of human and Covenant elites to stop the Prophet of Truth's plan while finding a way to ultimately destroy the Flood at the same time. The accessibility scores are as follows. Visibility, we've given 9.5. This game has no colorblind mode in its interface, however the color-coded elements in the motion tracker is accessible enough. Allied soldiers are represented by yellow dots. Enemies are represented as red dots on the motion tracker. Pro tip guys, moving around while crouching will not show up in another player's motion tracker, so if you're trying to sneak around for a nearby weapon or a chokehold point on the map, and for a quick ambush attack, crouch. In terms of the multiplayer, the motion tracker shares the exact same color scheme. Also, your teammates have arrows over their heads. Above those arrows shows the player's service tag. So at a glance, you'll be able to determine whether or not a player is on your team, and if so, who they are. So if you see a player without an icon over their head, smoke them. Also, the score overlay located to the bottom left of the screen shows you at a glance how a multiplayer match is going. Your team score is indicated by an arrow next to that team score. The only criticism that the teams are coloured red and blue. As I've said time and time again, red and blue are not hardest hit when it comes to colourblind people. It still needs addressing nonetheless. Audibility we gave a 6. This is where the major shortfalls of this game show. Subtitles are only available in cutscenes. This is a major issue as a player with a hearing impairment will find it hard, nor damn near impossible to understand what's being said as the mission progresses. However, objective reminder appear on the top of the screen. Also, this game was released in 2007. Subtitles in games was not considered being the standard in video games until 2010. But I still feel that subtitles should be added to all games of the collection. Mobility, it gave a sky high 11. Once again, 343 Industries has hit the ball out of the park. The keyboard and mouse controls can be redefined in the options menu. Seeing as this is a PC port of a console game, controller support is present. Matter of fact, for an authentic, nostalgic console experience, it would be recommended for you to use a controller. The controller options in terms of button and stick layouts are exact same as any other game in this collection. If you're familiar and comfortable with the original button layout of the game, it can be enabled. However, if you're like me and would rather have a more unified controller interface across all games, you could do that as well. So this level of customization should be the standard for all collection of remastered games across the board. Last but certainly not least, gameplay, I scored a sky high 11. In my honest opinion, Halo the Master Chief Collection has been a tale of redemption. Its original launch in November the 11th to 2014 has been nothing but disastrous. The game was plagued with bugs, glitches, and multiplayer disconnections. Probably due to the fact that they were trying to remaster 4 games in a single unified interface with functional campaigns and multiplayer. In short, I think 343 bit off more than they can chew when the game released. However, since that, 343 Industry has been working hard to solve the teething problem that the Xbox One version of this game had. This time last year, one of the most requested features of this game came to pass. Halo Master Chief Collection was being ported to the PC. Instead of following history to repeat itself and port all 6 games in the collection at once, 343 Industry decided to take the more logical and methodical approach of porting one game at a time. When Halo 2 launched for the PC version of the Master Chief Collection, this game added theater mode. To all those people out there who are unfamiliar what theater mode is, theater mode allows you to play back previous multiplayer matches you played in. So this allows you to identify what went wrong in any given multiplayer match you played in. Halo 3's launch was shadow of a doubt the biggest content drop from the Master Chief Collection PC players ever had. In this latest update, 343 added a challenge hub. As the name suggests, this allows you to keep track of your progress into one of the game's endgame challenges. Similar to Halo Wars 2, these challenges drop on a weekly, monthly, and daily basis. This is a perfect excuse to continue playing this game for a very long time. Also, the latest update adds Forge Mode. Forge Mode is a map editing tool which allows you to create your own maps based on the current roster. This gives the players freedom to create their own maps and share them with his or her friends online. Owing to the fact that 4 of the 6 games that should be included in the collection is being released, this game has plenty of lifespan. In my honest opinion, this is the best port of Halo 3 I have ever played. Allow me to explain why. The original Xbox 360 version was excellent in both campaign and multiplayer. However, the game itself was capped at 30 frames per second. The Xbox One version of the game was a step in the right direction. This version of Halo 3 runs at a solid 60 frames per second, but it's the PC version that looks the nicest. This is due to the advanced hardware capabilities of a standard gaming PC. The system requirements of this game is very mid-range friendly. Even a dual-core processor can run this. Also, the GPU listed in the game system requirements was originally released in 2011, so the majority of the PC available at this present time will be able to run this game with minimal performance issues. Matter of fact, this game runs better than Halo 2. This is because a single engine is running. As you can probably tell, this decreases the strengths on the hardware that is built into your PC. In terms of graphics, the game looks stunning. The detail of the textures is mind-blowing, and shadows. It may not be Black Mesa tier enhancements to the graphics, but it's still the ultimate nostalgia trip nonetheless. In summary, the PC port of Halo 3 is without a shadow of a doubt the update to the Master Chief Collection that we were waiting for. To be honest, I cannot wait for ODST to release later on this summer. If Halo 3 runs this well on PC, I can't wait to play my favorite campaign in the entire Halo series again, this time on PC. When that launches, the only thing that will remain for 343 Industry is for the final game, Halo 4, to be ported to the Master Chief Collection, more specifically, the PC version, therefore completing the experience we paid for. If you are waiting for a better time to jump into Halo on PC, that is it. This game is available on Game Pass for PC. If you're not a subscriber, go buy it. This game is currently under a tenner, and the overall score is 93.75%. One final thing, it was my original plan to review this game when it releases on the 15th. Due to 343 Industry releasing this game early, the original plan got derailed. Now, see our Snake. The Dragon Ball Z Kakarot review has been both written and narrated. All that needs to be done before this review is posted is for me to record some gameplay footage and edit the narration together. With any luck, it might be posted tomorrow. This is Spartan Commander 1990 out. Roll out, Spartan Company.